Hi, I'm Blair with Ark of Hope for Children, and I want to invite you to learn more about what Ark of Hope for Children does and seek how you might get involved to help us as a volunteer or a donor to change lives. Ark of Hope for Children is an interventional grassroots human rights organization that is empowering advocates and donors to get involved in the lives of those who have been victimized as children by human trafficking, child abuse, and bullying. We're doing a lot through two main programs that are really truly changing lives, and I'd like to tell you about them now. One program called Removing Chains has developed out of our social networks outreach that we have done for the last many years. We've reached out to people that might have been victimized in these ways using the tool that so many people are using nowadays to try to help them in a way that they can reach out in the comfort of their own homes. These people face struggles that has them living in fear and in darkness, often not knowing what way to turn. So, through removingchains.org, we have developed a site where we have 15 live chat rooms, very topically focused chat rooms. Some on child abuse, if you were abused as a child, on human trafficking, male abuse, female abuse, even ritual abuse, religious abuse, whatever it happens to be. People can come and find that site. They can speak to us in text-only chat, and they can reach out in a way that feels more safe to them, that's not face-to-face. Often they're telling us their stories for the first time. Oftentimes they're adults that have been were victimized as children, and they thought that they could bury their past, only to have it come back and haunt them when they're in their 20s and 30s and 40s, and not knowing where to turn. So they come and they find us, and we provide a mentoring style support where we link arms with them. We show them love. We listen to them. You know, the art of listening is really lost today. People don't believe, they don't know that people really do care. So we're providing that avenue through Removing Chains, where we will listen, and then where necessary we will help connect them to professionals in their area. We're not professionals that are looking to help them through their psychological issues, but we're people that are impassioned enough to walk alongside them for as long as it takes and help connect them with those people who can really help them, whether they be police, lawyers, officials, child advocacy centers, counselors. The list goes on. But these people really do need our help. And how much so? You can read the statistics over here. The statistics are so alarming. People wonder if there's a need for this kind of work. We all know in bullying numbers nowadays what's happening. Children are killing themselves because they're not being heard, because they don't know where a safe place is. In human trafficking, 20.9 million victims worldwide. Most of the help that we provide is in the U.S., but we provide help around the world. On the other side of the world from us, I'm helping people daily. 300,000 U.S. children are at risk. You know, we can come across the statistics for the United States and so hard for many other countries, but 300,000 children are at risk. Many have been abused in their own home and run away. Others are taken. Can we afford this risk? I help people on a daily basis that have been trafficked right out of their own homes or out of foster care. People that are going to school with you if you're a student. Whether you're in middle school, high school, college, this is happening to people and they need the help. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are abused before they even reach 18 years old. Where do they turn? So much of this world is so busy going about their way that they just don't realize this is happening right under their noses. But I can tell you from experience that I have children, I have young people, and I have older people that said, you know what, this was happening to me for years and nobody knew. I was too afraid to tell them because of the controlling things that my abuser would tell me. They would hurt me. They would do all sorts of things. If I was in trafficking, they were drugging me. They were hurting me in ways that other people couldn't see. You know what? Anyhow, so we provided these ways, and you know what? The people are reaching out to us. They are finding us online. And soon they're going to be able to find us on their cell phones. And we're helping people in many other countries, but we really need you to get involved as volunteers and as donors to support this great work that we're doing. You know, our second program that we're launching, called the Unchained Project, is to take that same passion and reach into communities around this country and indeed around the world with people that are impassioned to say, you know what, I don't like the sounds of the fact that people are living in darkness in my own community, that are living in fear right here and they don't know how to find help. Some communities, like the one that I live close to that has a university in it, offers a lot of different opportunities. There's still a lot of people right here that don't know what is available, and these Unchained Project groups can help with that. They can let people know in their own communities what is available. They can have awareness meetings. They can have rallies. They can have marches. They can do so many different things. They can have adult survivor support groups. They can speak in schools. They can open up clubs within the schools that are safe places for students to go. If they're being bullied or otherwise, or perhaps they've even been through child abuse, they can put that out materials from within their schools to say, you know what, there is somewhere you can turn. You can turn to us. You can always find safety here, and we'll give you a pamphlet for removingchains.org and other resources. This is something that the Unchained Project does, to mobilize and motivate people within their own communities to turn on the light to show that they care. I believe that great things can happen, but we can't do this alone. Ark of Hope for Children has been struggling to do this for quite some time through these different programs. We really need people to get involved, and we're using this video as a way to do just that. Now I want to share with you a story of a young person who has gone through this. People say, do I really need this here? This is just one example of a person whose heart was broken, and now it's on the mend. I found, and this is from a young teenager, and I won't say more than that, who is still in the process of recovering and likely will be for quite some time. I found removing chains so I could maybe talk to people like me. I didn't plan on anything more than that. But I started talking to a mentor lady a little bit, and she was really nice. Then she got Blair. I'm Blair, the guy that made the website, and I ended up talking to him. He was really cool, and we talked for a really long time. After a little bit, I was telling him all the stuff I never told anyone before. I was really scared, but something about him made me keep talking. Like somehow I knew maybe it was going to be okay. He helped me figure out that stuff that was happening wasn't good, and that I could get away from it. All of a sudden, the very next day, I went and told some of the stuff that my family members were doing to hurt me, and they had to go to jail. I got to stay with a whole new family. Well, that's been less than 2 months. This was a while ago, but everything is different. Things would have just stayed the way they were forever. I wasn't planning on telling anybody anything. I only went to Removing Chains because it said you could talk to other people. And because I did, I ended up with a whole new life. Blair still helps me every day. He helps me figure out how to get to know my new family and not be afraid of them. He helps me calm down when I get upset. He helps me figure out that bad dreams aren't real. He helps me feel safe to go home to go to sleep at night. He also helps me talk to the people who I'm supposed to talk to, like the ones that have to know what happened. I don't think I could ever do that by myself. And he and my foster mom talk sometimes so that they can work together. And he also makes me laugh a lot, which makes me feel really good. I know there are phone numbers that you can call for help, but there's no way I would ever have been able to do that. I don't know who would be on the phone and what would happen. Removing Chains is way different. You can go slow, and you can figure out who you're talking to and whether you should trust them. Blair took his time, and we talked about just normal stuff too. And he wasn't just some guy I told all my deepest stuff to, and then I never talked to him again. He's stuck by me, and I've told him more stuff since then. Now I'm pretty sure I can tell him anything. Sometimes I think about how scary it is that I could have not have gone to removing chains and none of this would have happened for me. But Blair always says, don't worry about what ifs. So I did go, and it did all change. And it doesn't seem real, but it is real. And now I get to live my new life. And I close with this. But I also know there are so many kids and people out there who need help and don't have it. I just kind of came across the site by accident. So how are other kids supposed to know it's out there? Everyone should be able to get help and to get somewhere safe like I did. It makes me sad that most of them don't. Well, that story was shared by somebody who really has a passion and a desire to help what we're doing and to help others through what we're doing. And no way are they in a stage to do that themselves right now. But a lot of adult survivors are. And a lot of other people that have either been through something or have a huge heart to go to do that. But this is a young person who lived within their community and was being abused, severely abused, for years. The school system did not know. Other friends and their families didn't know. We don't think that there's an excuse for that. We want to help wake up communities and wake up people to tell them that there is a way to bring help and to show them the signs. But we also want to be an outreach to those people that have been through this to say, you know what, there is hope. Don't live in silence. Don't live in fear. Will you help us do that? I pray that you will. I pray that you'll get involved, and it will have links right on this video for all of our sites at arkofhopeforchildren.org, removingchains.org, and unchainedproject.org. Pray that you'll search out ways that you can get involved and change lives. This is happening in your community. This is happening in the United States by the thousands every day. This is happening in every country in the world. We can make a difference, and I'll pray that you will equip us and help us so that we can not only maintain, but that we can grow. We currently serve have served over a dozen different countries, and it's growing. Right now we're only limited by those who can understand and type in the English language, but that too can change. Please help us grow. Please help us with getting our cell phone platform going. Please help us in getting the dozens and dozens of volunteers it's going to take to maintain. Please, for the sake of the children. And I can't thank you enough. From the bottom of the hearts of those of us who have lived and pushed for Ark of Hope for Children for years, we thank you.